Welcome back to Buff Entertainment. Today we're going to be talking about Jerry Lawson.
Yeah, he was a really, really cool guy.
He's basically why we have video games at home.
And the pause button for video games.
Yeah, he pioneered video game cartridges.
ROM cartridges to be specific.
Oh yes, the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, but his work was incredibly instrumental for certain game franchises like Pokemon, Mario,
Doom.
all those games that,
Are really, really big today.
And
Nintendo still uses... I think they still use that software because they still have the cartridges instead of like the discs like PlayStation and Xbox.
I mean, what they're really using is just fancy SD cards. That's really it. I would say it's like the same as ROM cartridges, which are like really old, actually. Wow.
Yeah, they are old.
Yeah, actually, the more I think about it, it's crazy. If I remember correctly, Jerry Lawson was nominated and actually given an award by ID Studios, the guys behind Doom.
Yeah.
They gave him an award because of his contributions to the gaming industry. Which, comes from the guys who profited the most from it objectively.
Yep.
Really cool thing to do, actually.
Yeah, really cool thing to get honored by the people who made Doom. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Jerry Lawson's work, whilst most people don't know him specifically, they've definitely known stuff he's did. He made things like the Atari popular. The Atari took the technology he helped develop and...
with the Fairchild...
Yeah, the Fairchild console,
which kind of failed.
Yeah, it flopped
kind of bad.
Hard. But the Atari and then the NES that followed.
Those took off like really, really.
Yeah,
really
because of the cartridge technology, which was incredibly at the time incredibly poor. But Jerry Lawson's innovations with that technology
made it pretty good.
Incredibly good, actually.
And now video games were more widespread at home instead of having to walk your little behind over to an arcade,
which was
and play Asteroids.
Yeah, which I believe was the only way you could play that sort of game.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there was also pinball. But,
yeah.
Who plays pinball?
I do. I like pinball.
You're a nerd. I'm kidding. I like pinball. Pinball's fun.
Pinball's pretty fun.
Have you played Fallout Pinball?
No, I've never seen a machine like that.
I played Fallout Pinball. It was not fun.
It was not fun?
I did not like it. I'm going to be honest. I prefer normal pinball because, believe it or not, I'm actually pretty decent at normal pinball.
All you gotta do is, spam the left or right button whenever ball...
Yeah, there's a bit more to it than that.
Yeah, there's a bit more thunking, but...
it's not like that's needed.
Yeah.
Which is, speaking of Jerry Lawson and his help with franchises like Doom the Dark Ages is coming out.
Yep, that's coming out May.
Yep.
Sometime late May.
It's like mid-May, like a month after my birthday.
Mid-May.
Mid-May?
Mid-May.
Like Midway?
No. MIDMAY.
So like Midway Games, or the Battle of Midway.
Yeah.
Mid-May.
Yeah, whatever gets it through your Chrome Dome.
Okay, first of all, I have a Chrome... something. I actually trying to think of a joke, but that fell flat.
No, it's just a Chrome Dome.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway, back to Doom the Dark Ages.
It looks like it's gonna be super fun. Honestly, man.
And it will be super fun.
I have no doubt, man. Doom Eternal was incredibly fun. In front, it looks like they're making Doom the Dark Ages just better Eternal.
Yeah?
Well, actually, they're making you more of a tank in Dark Ages, whereas Eternal, you were more glass cannon, I guess would be the correct way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's interesting. It definitely looks fun. I can't wait for it.
Bunch of melee weapons.
Yeah, there's, I'm pretty sure, a mace.
A mace, a flail, a chainsaw shield.
And an axe.
And maybe there will be a sword. Who knows?
Maybe. They probably won't include it. Maybe if there's, DLC,
which would be weird if they don't do a Dark Ages game without, a sword. Like, a great sword, a Zweihander.
Eternal had a sword and a hammer, so I could see why they wouldn't, bring those melee weapons back, because they already existed.
But with, the Dark Ages, swords are a pretty big part of the...
Well, that's what modern media wants you to believe. It's actually the flail and the mace that were more Dark Ages.
Yeah, but I played Dark Souls for at least an hour.
Okay, well, that doesn't count. Have you played Kingdom Come Deliverance?
I have never heard of that in my entire life.
Then you clearly have never played a Middle Ages game.
No. I've played Stellaris.
That is a space game,
That's
dude.
kind of close.
Not at all. That's like saying...
Pre-FTL Civilization.
That's like saying Fallout is a medieval role-playing game. It's not.
It's not. It's more like 60s.
Technically,
it's 60s. Technically, it's 60s. It takes place in this. It takes place in the future, but it's all 60s aesthetics.
It's 2077, dog.
But it's more like a 1960.
Let's get back to Dark Age before I get sidetracked. Because China Dark Ages looks fun. The guns look unique.
And hopefully the glory kills are just peak.
From what I've seen, they're not doing like standard glory kills where like they start flashing. They're gonna make it like this thing where you can stun them, parry them, and then eventually
you glory kill them.
Yeah, but the thing about the glory kills is you get to decide how you glory kill them. You could shotgun them, you could mace them, flail them, hit them with a chainsaw shield.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. I want to see how
sick.
This new glory kill system, if it works the way I'm thinking, it could be incredibly cool. Because it also implies that I can glory kill demons with the dragon.
Yeah, and hopefully you can.
And the Jaeger.
Yep, and the giant mech. Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about that.
Oh
the
giant mech that you get to fight Titan demons with.
Which is pretty cool.
You also get a triple barrel Gatling gun. Which,
and a giant fist to just punch him with.
I mean, if you're not bare knuckle boxing demons,
a Titan. Then what are you doing?
Yeah, honestly, man. If I can't reenact Pacific Rim, I don't want to play it.
Yeah, it's literally just Pacific Rim.
Yeah, but like not in the water.
Yeah, but not in water. More like in like lava.
Yeah. But like the guns look interesting. They have like this twin barrel plasma gun that looks cool. They got this like this weird gun that shoots skull fragments and like a
yeah. You put a skull in and then it kind of grinds it down and then you shoot like bone fragments. It's really cool.
That it looks so cool. I actually cannot wait to use that. There's also like this.
It's probably gonna be like some sort of like minigun where it shoots a lot but does like pretty low damage.
Maybe. I've also seen like this spike cannon. It's like a skewer. You can pin demons to the walls with it.
Okay, now that's pretty cool.
Dude, I get to pretend to be a space marine with a bolter. I can also turn the spike thrower into like a fully auto. Apparently, you can turn it into like a fully auto thing. So instead of a semi-auto high damage spike throw, you can make it like a semi full auto thing because it's not so super fast firing.
It's kind of like a Needler from Halo.
A lot stronger than a Needler. I'd say more like a bolter from Warhammer 40k, if anyone catches that reference.
No.
There's also a lever action double barrel shotgun, which
I want to see the reload animation because that's gonna be so cool.
It's gonna be so badass. Like from the trailers, you can see the Doom guy doing like that, the cool shotgun flip.
Yeah.
Now, they may have removed the meat hook. I hope whatever mods they give that gun are good. Because you have a double barrel lever action shotgun. There's no way that can go bad.
Yeah.
The only way you can mess that up is if you make that gun do no damage. And if you make it do no damage, I'm going to lose it.
Then why would a shotgun just do no damage?
Why would it be a super shotgun that is a double barrel lever action? That is just the coolest concept. I actually want one in real life now, actually. I could just tape two lever actions together, then bam, I got a
double barrel lever action.
They did that with the 1911 ones,
Really?
They just put two 1911s together. I'm not kidding. That's a real gun. Just two 1911s strapped together. It apparently has like a ton of recoil, but it's like it looks really weird because it's two barrels. You need two magazines to fill it. It just looks weird.
Oh yeah, like this.
Now you can't see this.
Yeah, you can't see this.
Yeah.
We could probably put it up in like. We post for like a quick flash.
Probably not. If you really want to know, just look up double barrel.
Just took up two 1911s together.
Do not listen to my co-star here.
Yeah, that might turn up some little creepy results.
Yeah, just put double barrel 1911.
Yeah, put double barrel 1911. That's way better.
Anyway, speaking of Doom, without a new Doom game, there's always going to be some controversy.
Yep, always gotta. There are 2 this time.
Yep, one of them's over something called difficulty sliders. Now, for those of you that don't know, Doom the Dark Age is going to have an ability to adjust the difficulty of the game to fit your preference. So
it's not kind of like, okay, this is
overwhelming or it's too easy. You can adjust things. So enemy movement speed, you can turn that up or turn it down.
To where you want, and then
enemy projectile speed can go up and down. Amount of parry time for parry stagger, all of that you can turn up and down to fit your preference.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I like that. I think
that's really cool, and it makes the game more accessible to people who might not have the best hand-eye coordination, or just are a little slow, like the game at a little bit of a slower pace than
so I feel
others who are playing on like hell difficulty
with like every slider cranked to max for
yeah.
I'm probably gonna do that just for the fun of it. I'm probably not gonna like it as much as like playing the game normally. But it seems like an interesting concept. Just play Ultimate Nightmare with all the sliders cranked to absolute hell.
Yeah.
And we'll see how it goes, But, so the people
people are not liking it, which is weird.
Like, would you not want your grandpa to be able to play this game? I would want my grandpa to be able to play
this game. Or would you not like to have it like, okay, this is like the perfect difficulty for me where it's...
But the bullets
it's not too hard, but
the bullets move too fast, and
like I can pass this level, but maybe I'll die. Maybe it'll take a few tries.
And if you get furious with like things like projectile speed or enemy movement speed or attack sequences, you can always just turn it down or turn it up. They're like, these enemies are attacking way too quickly, so you just turn down the speed of the projectiles. The parry window is a bit too short for you to actually hit consistently. Just turn up the parry window.
Yeah.
Simple as. I don't know what people are so mad about. It seems like such an interesting concept.
And it's just a really good idea.
It's a great idea. This is honestly like revolutionary in general.
Uh-huh.
But then there's the people who are mad at a trailer. Do you know what was in that trailer?
Oh, a woman!
A woman who, once again...
a scary woman.
Outside of that trailer, we know nothing about.
Yeah, we only know, like, her face, and that's about it.
And people were mad about that. How? I don't know why.
One of the main villains of
Eternal was a
woman. One of the bosses.
Yeah, was the con maker. And then in 2016, the main villain, like the literal big bad that you had to fight, was a woman.
Even in like Wolfenstein, didn't they have like?
Yeah, in Wolfenstein, New Blood, New Colossus, you're fighting this one woman. She's a Nazi. General, I think it's Engel or Engel. I forget how to pronounce her name. She's more like an overwhelming. You don't directly fight her,
but she's more like she's kind of like there.
She is,
but
like
not.
She's sort of like your main antagonist, sort of.
Yeah.
There are more like actual antagonists who definitely are more important. General Engel.
We'll just call her Engel.
Yeah, Engel. Engel is just there.
Yeah,
she is an inconvenience. She is doing her best to stop you because you're the badass Nazi slayer.
Yeah.
Which, I'm going to be honest, Wolfenstein does that so well. I love Wolfenstein.
Yeah, Wolfenstein is a great franchise, great
honestly,
game.
Man, Machine Games knows how to make good games where you fight Nazis.
Yeah.
The new Indiana Jones game they made?
Oh, I didn't know they made that.
Yeah, they did. It's really good.
Yeah, and you get to punch Nazis.
Yeah, which explains why that game was so fun, because they made punching Nazis so fun. It's just,
but anyway, we're kind of getting off topic. But yeah, people are just mad that there's a woman. We don't even know what she does. We don't know if she's like an antagonist. She helps us.
From what I've seen, they're mad because she doesn't look like a woman. Look,
I'm gonna be honest.
Actually, mental.
I'm gonna be honest. She kind of looks like she got stung by a bee and had a slight allergic reaction.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that's a bit too harsh, dog.
I think that's kind of.
Well, the main takeaway is that I was able to tell she was a woman just by looking at her, but people are like, this looks more like a man than a woman. I think, dude, have you ever talked with a woman? Do you interact with women?
Do you even look at women?
Because that looks like a woman. I don't know what you think a woman looks like, but I'm pretty sure that is a woman. Like, I'm actually just
stunned, flabbergasted
bewildered, bamboozled even. It's crazy.
It's weird. It's crazy. That people are just...
And what's funny is this character may not even have a big role in the game. They might be a character who you witness die.
Or literally just there for, like, lore.
Or gives you a weapon upgrade that you probably might not use because it's worse than the base gun. I know that for Eternal there was a few weapon mods I just never touched.
Because they were just too bad.
Or I just didn't like them. I'm going to be honest.
Like
the Plasma's Ghostbuster thing where you, like, zap someone and then you just hold the beam on them. It was basically just... You became the Ghostbusters with this mod. It was bad. It sucked. But apparently in, like, Ancient Gods, which... should definitely finish at some point.
It was really good.
Oh yeah, it's actually the only way you can kill Poltergeist in the Ancient God DLC.
Oh, which makes sense why you called it
the Ghostbuster gun.
Yeah.
But like outside of the Poltergeist, it sucks. It is actually the worst mod. I'm genuinely shocked that it is only useful in the DLC. It is wild. It is insane. I cannot believe it. I think I might go crazy thinking about it. I did not like that mod. I never used it again. Once I got it, just did the mastery for it, and then just never touched it. For all we know, this character that everyone is like getting mad about because a woman,
a scary woman.
She doesn't look like a woman, but she is a woman. She looks like a woman, but also doesn't because honestly, the logic behind it is so stupid.
Because I never seen a woman.
Yeah, most likely, yeah.
But anyway, people are just mad at women.
Which I don't get.
I don't get it.
These people...
Like some of the greatest, some really great characters in games are...
women.
Yeah, like Elden Ring, the hardest boss in there before the DLC came along...
Was a woman. There were multiple women in Elden Ring.
Oh yeah, there were 2 bosses. I think 2 of like the main bosses were women. The rest were... No, 2 bosses were women. 1 was a snake thing, and then the others were guys.
And you know what's funny?
What?
I saw some people getting mad that the main boss of Elden Ring was a woman.
She's not the main boss. She's like the final boss after the final boss. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's like that boss you would take on if you're like absolutely confident. Like,
oh yeah,
I think I can fight this.
And you would still get destroyed
because you were overconfident.
Yep.
And people were mad that she was there.
Yep.
That was it.
Because I think just to quote somebody or just give a famous example, I think Kai Cenat, who's like famously bad at Elden Ring, took like 500 attempts.
500 attempts?
Yep.
Wow.
I don't remember what he was using, but it took 500 attempts. It took me maybe like 50, and I used Radahn swords.
Damn, okay. Wow. That's actually shocking. Wow.
So yeah, people are just kind of
weird. Oh well, Doom: The Dark Ages, it's gonna be good. There's no way it's not good. If Eternal
but
in 2016.
So here's how I'm gonna see it. If it's bad by like Doom game standards, it's an alright game.
The worst it can be is Doom 3. That is the absolute that is the lowest it could possibly get.
And Doom 3 is an alright game. Like, outside of the Doom sphere.
Like, I wouldn't say, like, it's a good game. I wouldn't say it's, like, 10 out of 10. It's probably more like an 8, maybe a 7.6.
But just by Doom game standards, it is
the worst game.
The worst.
Compared to Doom Classic, Doom 2, Doom 64, Eternal 2016, Ancient Gods, which I'm counting as a separate game because they had a lot more mechanics.
And it's just like Elden Ring with, like, the DLC being, like, a whole freaking new game.
Yeah. Well, so, the way I see it is... Doom 3 is the worst, but it's not a bad game.
By normal standards.
Doom Eternal could not do worse than 3. 3 is the absolute bare minimum you could do in terms of quality.
It's basically just like the baseline. Like, it's
what people think Doom would be if they did not know what Doom was. Like, if you describe Doom to someone, they would think of 3.
Yeah.
When in reality, when someone describes Doom to you now, you think 2016, Eternal, maybe Doom 2 if you're one of those people.
Maybe 1 if...
I'm going to be honest, man. I love 1, but I think 2 is just slightly better because you can play 1's campaign in 2, but you also get the super shotgun, which is the best gun in that game. It also is the coolest looking one in that game because it's the super shotgun.
Yeah.
It's also a double barrel, which it's just so cool. It's so cool. Doom 2 is actually such a good game. I would say it's probably up there as like one of the best Doom games. Because of, like, everything it did.
Yeah.
But it's beaten out by 2016 Eternal. Because 2016 Eternal just took the bar that Doom 2 set.
And raised it.
They just went to the moon, man, with that sort of skill. It was crazy.
So hopefully Doom the Dark Ages is...
It's going to be good. They got dragons.
It's got to be good.
Dude, dragons and mechs and medieval weapons. That's just cool.
Yeah.
And that's ignoring the chainsaw shield, which you can pretend to be Captain America.
Yeah, you can literally just be Captain... Well, you can just play Marvel Rivals for that.
I hate Captain America and Marvel Rivals.
God.
I actually hate his moveset. His moveset is so bad for no reason. He's a good tank, but when you try and attack with, he's useless. He's actually the worst person. I do not like him.
The only thing is, if you pick him up, like if you're just like, oh, I'm going to play Captain America on a whim, he's kind of bad. But if you know like how to play him, he's actually pretty good.
I still hate him. I hate Captain America. I do.
It's like Iron Fist. Iron Fist is, honestly, he's kind of trash. I'm not gonna lie. But if you have a good Iron Fist on your team, he is guaranteed. He will touch the supports inappropriately. I'm not kidding.
I'm so glad that no one goes Iron Fist whenever I play that game.
Yeah, cause it's just like Wolverine. Wolverine is just the bane of all tanks. Iron Fist is the bane of all supports.
I'm gonna be honest. I play him a Winter Soldier like a support, and
how do you play him as a support?
I stay back, occasionally use a chain.
Well, yeah, that's kind of how he's kind of played. You're supposed to play him like kind of like at mid range.
Yeah. Oh, also I suck with Hawkeye, but then again, my accuracy just sucks in general.
Yeah, Hawkeye's kind of.
But he does decent damage.
He does pretty good damage. He was the only guy who could actually one shot in the game.
Which is insane that the sniper Widowmaker could not one tap.
Widowmaker? You mean Black Widow?
Potato.
It's the same.
Basically the same, but one is worse.
Yeah.
Because even when you're scoped in with
like full charge, you're like with Widowmaker, you can still like one shot pretty squishy characters.
Yeah.
But with Black Widow, you're getting at least like most of their health bar gone.
Yeah. She plays more like Ashe from Overwatch.
She plays a little more like... It's kind of like a combination of the two.
But, like, it's the worst parts of the two.
Yeah, also like, her ultimate sucks. It is literally the worst in the game.
It is only ever good with Hawkeye, because it literally is just Hawkeye's ultimate. But you have the shit gun with it instead.
Well, no. Black Widow's ultimate is just like that big... She goes like plasma burst or something, and it kind of like shoots at you, and then it kind of like explodes. And then you get like slowed if you're within like the area,
but if you have a team up with Hawkeye, you literally just get
just any hit scan, really.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, the hero team up between Widowmaker and Hawkeye literally just gives Widowmaker Hawkeye's like a heat-seeking ultimate.
Yeah.
That's it. That is literally...
That's the whole team up.
Yeah.
Well, I think it gives like additional damage or just like additional stats to.
No, I checked.
Hawkeye.
It's literally just.
Really?
Yeah, it's literally just Widowmaker gets Hawkeye's ultimate.
Because most team ups, at the very least, like with Jeff Hulk, Iron Man, and Doctor Strange. Iron Man and Doctor Strange, they get like increased damage to their, I think it's their E abilities, while Hulk just gets additional health.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got so far off topic.
But yeah, no, new Doom game.
Yeah, new Doom game. It's gonna be good.
There's no way it's not gonna be fun.
It depends on when it releases. We might make an episode about it.
It might be one of the last episodes of the year that we make.
Yeah, it just depends on where it falls in release date.
Last I checked, it's around like mid-March, especially if you buy the
mid-May.
Mid-May.
And then if you buy the super ultra premium deluxe edition,
which is like $100, you get like 3 days early access, which I might do because it's like a month after my birthday, and I might have some money by then.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's really about it. Thank you for
Jerry Lawson. Jerry Lawson, really cool guy.
Honestly,
he basically just made Doom the Dark Ages a thing.
Basically, man. Man, I kind of wish I could thank him. So,
yeah.
Which, it's a shame he passed away in, I believe, 2011?
Yeah, somewhere around that time.
It
was like the early 2010s.
Yeah. It was 2011 because he did not... He lived until 4 years before Doom 2016.
So, wait, Doom 2016 came out in 2016.
Obviously, that's why it's called Doom 2016.
So then 2012 then. Because you said he died like 4 years after. Or 4 years before. So then, yeah, 2012
or 2011.
Yeah. Early 2010s. Let's just say it there, early 2010s.
But yeah, great guy.
Yeah, great guy.
Really impressive.
Love him.
And that's really about it. Thank you for listening.